Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful and extremely amiable girl named Walk. She was a good girl, but she never liked her name as all the kids around her made fun of her name. She ran away from everybody who teased her name, and hence, Walk never really had friends. She would play alone all the time. On a regular day, when Walk returned home from school, she finished her homework as soon as possible and asked her mother if she could go out and play. Her mother said yes, but warned her to not wander and go far away from home. Walk was happy that day. She went to her favorite spot near the river running just behind her house. Walk had this theory that wherever the river was splashing and moving, it meant that the river water was taking to her. Walk spoke back to the river in her own little weird way. Today, when talking to the river, she said, "You are so fortunate, river, as you get to travel different places and always be with your friends ducks, turtles, fishes, and plants. I wish I had more friends and wouldn't be alone anymore." When she was bored talking to the river, she would pick up stones from nearby and try to skip them across the river like her dad. However, she would fail most of the times. She would then say to the river, "I am getting better each day. I am more of a thrower than a skipper." After trying many times to skip rocks, she finally found a perfect rock. It was almost round, flat, and had one end sticking out, which made it easy to hold. She held the stone tightly in her fingers and said to the river, "Oh dear river, if I could skip this rock and make a wish, I would wish for a good friend just like you. And if the rock skips all the way across the river while I'm wishing, I won't be as lonely as I am now." Saying this, Walk pulled her arm back like her dad taught her. She threw the rock very hard. The rock skipped once, twice, 3 times. She wished for a friend while counting. The rock skipped 4, 5, and 6 times. On the 7th skip, it reached the other side of the river and stopped. Walk was very surprised. She had been holding her breath and wishing so hard that when the rock skipped across the river, she could not believe it. She was very happy. Then she heard footsteps coming. Walk looked around quickly. A little girl was running towards her. Walk got scared and started to run, but she slipped and fell too, rolling down towards the river. Both Walk and the unknown little girl fell almost in the same spot, next to each other. The girl was crying a lot and holding her knee. Walk gathered herself and went over to help the girl. She saw that the girl's knee was bleeding. Walk spoke calmly to her, saying, "It'll be okay. I'll help clean your wound." Walk took some water from the river, washed away the blood from the wound, tore a piece of cloth from her skirt, and tied it around the wound on the knee to cover the cut. She politely said to the girl, "My house is nearby. Let me help you. My mother will take care of the wound." Walk helped the girl walk until her house. Once they both had reached Walk's house, Walk called out to her mother, "Mother, there is a girl with me and she fell down by the river. Her knee is cut and there is blood all over her dress." On hearing this, Walk's mother came running out of the kitchen with a first aid box. She made the little girl sit on a couch and started cleaning the wound. She cleaned her knee with an antiseptic and applied colorful bandages to lighten up the girl's face. She then inquired the girl, asking her where she lived. The girl promptly told Walk and her mother that she had just moved in a house probably next door. All the houses looked so similar that she mixed up the one she lived in. Walk gasped and felt a hint of joy sink about her wish. The little girl looked at Walk and asked, "What is your name?" Walk was stunned and scared to tell her name because she did not want the girl to make fun of her name like other kids. However, when Walk's mother replied, "Her name is Walk and I'm glad she could help you," the little girl started laughing and almost fell to the ground. Walk felt hurt and was close to tears. She closed her eyes and thought to herself, "Is this the friend I wished for?" Just then, the girl stopped laughing and said, "I'm sorry for laughing. It's just funny because my name is actually Run." Walk looked at her new friend with surprise and almost started laughing too. Just to be sure, she asked Run if her name really was Run and if she wasn't teasing her. Run reassured Walk, saying, "You helped me and cleaned my wound. Why would I lie or make fun of you?" Hearing this, Walk felt incredibly happy and joyful. Her wish to the river had come true, and now she had a wonderful friend named Run. Walk knew she would never forget that day. It was a day Walk and Run became best friends forever.